first of all, I think that uh, Baker Mayfield is going to get killed for this game, and he doesn't deserve it.
Yeah.
Because according to PFF, he actually got a pretty good grade for that game. Not great,
Oh,
but
he
he
didn't
got a
play bad at all.
69 overall grade. He didn't make any huge major mistakes, but at the same time, he only completed 12 of his 25 passes for 122 yards and a 62 quarterback rating. So, I
Mhm.
mean, it's a pretty pedestrian stat line in what I think a lot of people were hoping what could have been a statement game for him. Like, riding, coming off of the wave of criticisms that he's been getting lately and to put together multiple good performances in a row. And I think he kind of dropped the ball. But I think the Browns receivers also dropped the ball quite a lot. So, and
Yeah.
I think Baker could have had a much better looking game had you not had what like what, I, I saw Andy Janovich just looked absolutely god awful. Um,
Browns had 6 possessions yesterday. 6 of them. They had 6 possessions yesterday. They had 6 possessions. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry. Go ahead, continue. I'll get into it in a second.
well, I mean, I'm interested to hear what you have to say, but I mean, other than that, my
Okay,
thoughts
so
are
I'm
my
happy
other
that you
thoughts are
said I'm
mainly on
happy
the
that
Browns defense, so we'll talk about that in a second.
yeah. No, I'm happy that you said that about Baker because like because like if I say I'm because I'm already the Baker apologist, but
Yeah.
unapologetically the Baker apologist. But no, let me say this though. Being at that game, first of all, I need everybody to realize that everybody who has anything to say about that game, I don't care what you got to say. Honestly, like I don't care what you got to say because if you wasn't physically at that game, then you don't really know what the hell was really going on because it was cold as balls. Like it was cold and windy as. But like here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like this is Cleveland weather though. This is Cleveland weather. Like Cleveland's cold is way different than any other cold that you know of. I don't care what you got to say. Cleveland cold, and somebody had a bright idea to have an open stadium right on a lake. But like the thing that really messed up about the weather, the craziest thing about this weather though is like the weather wasn't consistent. This weather was as bipolar as my ex fuck buddy. Like this weather was bipolar as hell. They're like y'all don't understand how bipolar this weather was. 1 minute, the weather, 1 minute is cold, right? It's just cold and windy, right? Next minute, it's hailing. Next minute, it's not snowing at all and it's not windy at all. Next second, it's snowing, it's windy, and it's raining all at once. This is the game, dude. This is the game. And I hate the fact that we have crystal clear HD cameras that blocks out everything but the football and the people on the field. And I hate the fact that we have that. And I hate the fact that we have such good mics that we're able to block out the wind because nobody could understand how bad it was. That weather was horrible. It was miserable. It was so miserable that I had to do so many shots of vodka just to tolerate it. Anyway, so putting that out there, I had a thought when I was at that stadium. My one of my first thoughts while I was at that stadium was these are truly professional athletes because I really want to see anybody in this stadium go out there and try to catch the ball in this weather because I would not be able to catch the ball for the life of me in this weather. But with that being said, they're the Cleveland Browns and they just got out tough by a team from Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And the thing that frustrates me about this game is the fact that they literally got out physic by the Vegas Raiders. And like you said, you can't really blame this game on Baker because every single time Baker tried to Baker made some great throws this game. All Baker's throws were fine. It wasn't his throws that were the problem. It was his receivers that were the problem. Like we had so many drops this game. Um, we had a touchdown was called back. It was just unfortunate. It should have been a catch, but it just Jarvis couldn't roll it in. He just couldn't get it. He tried his best. He just couldn't roll it in. And it was a drop. So we lost. We had a fumble. That was a momentum killer. That was at the very beginning of the game. In fact, the Browns actually came out firing at the very beginning of the game, and that fumble happened, and it kind of killed the momentum at the very beginning of the game. Kareem Hunt is a good running back, but I feel like Nick Chubb would have been better built for this cold. And Kareem Hunt did not show me that he could be at a elite level in this cold. Now I'm not. Maybe Kareem Hunt has some kind of injury because there's been rumor that Kareem Hunt is going through some form of injury. That's possible, but he did not. He didn't show me much. He didn't show me much this game. Kevin Stefanski didn't do a good job of getting the team ready for this weather, and they just got out tough. Now, when the weather's that bad, honestly, these games are a toss up. Like when the weather's this bad, if you have two NFL teams, anybody can win. It's not about who has the most talent on the field. At that point, it's about who's going to out tough the what team. And the
Mhm.
Browns just got out tough by the Vegas Raiders. And I can't blame Baker Mayfield for that because this is a team loss. You can't pinpoint one person in this game and say that was their fault because Baker threw some dimes. I'm literally watching a video of Baker throwing a dime to David Njoku. Him just dropping it,
Well,
or the one in the end zone. The one in the end zone was
you
right in front of me,
you
and
you
it,
were
it, it is just I was in the dog pound.
you were saying that you can't really, get on the Browns players too much for dropping balls in that weather. But at the same time, when Baker's out there getting it to his players and making good
You got
passes
to,
and having a
yeah.
good game, you got to back your quarterback up. Now that Brown